Good evening, folks. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you very much for joining me. Got a live view of Old Faithful. They've had the camera there on it for quite a while. Oh, now they moved it. Yeah, it's really dirty. Moving the camera around, you can see the images of the dead trees. Yeah, the steam coming up is pretty dirty. Someone decided to get off their butts and move the camera around. Yeah, it's been on Old Faithful for hours and hours, and of course, just when I start making the video, someone comes online. Yeah, it's supposed to be really snow across the East Coast, and here in the plains where I'm at, we're supposed to get snow, I guess, tomorrow. We got snow a couple days ago, but we're supposed to get more. Yeah, a little dirty. And USGS is reporting 5 earthquakes for the last 24 hours. There's been a few more that they're not reporting, but yeah, someone's sleeping on the job. Today's the first day of spring. Hope everyone is enjoying it, depending on where you're at, even if you're going to get snow. Alright, so here's the spectrogram. The latest earthquake there by Stanley, Idaho was a magnitude 2.7. They didn't fudge about it. I can't get the Moose Creek, Idaho one to work. On the far left is the borehole for the Norris Geyser Basin. And then the third one over from the left, that is Denny Creek. And here we have Maple Creek. That one showed the signature for this 2.7 pretty good. And they didn't fudge about it. It looks like 2 earthquakes, but it's actually the P wave for the earthquake. Let me bring this over. See, long P wave. And yeah, it's fault movement. That area has just been a rocking and a rolling with fault movement. Yeah, it's all related to the Yellowstone Snake River Plateau Arch. Here on Google Earth, here's the location of that 2.7. What am I talking about when I say the Yellowstone Arch? Okay, as the hot spot came up through the Snake River Plateau, yeah, in an arch all the way up going towards Yellowstone. Anyways, yeah, it's all associated with that. All these earthquakes, many of the fault lines are associated with this. I got drawn out here in red the Trans-Challis Fault System. That goes all the way up to the Canadian border. But it's all associated, all these earthquakes, you can see them. I don't have them all posted, but yeah, there's been a lot of them here lately. Up over here is the earthquake that I'm saying they're not reporting at 1:56 Universal Time. That would have been at 7:56 p.m. last night, even though it shows it over here by Universal Time as being today. Okay. There's the spectrogram for that earthquake. Yeah, a lot of heat and some gases came up. Oh, I was wrong. They did report that. Let me bring it down because it comes in as a magnitude 1.48. And again, it looks like it's all fault movement. There we go. Yeah, volcanic tremors. And it comes in as a magnitude 1.38, but USGS said it was a 0.9, and it was 4.7 miles in depth. Alright, we got another one at 2:02 Universal. So that would be at 8:02 there at the park. Now this one is the one that's not being reported. Let's look at the spectrogram right there. It's a small one. And that comes in as a magnitude 1.16. I'll bring it down. Those of you who might have tablets or watching on TV. See at the bottom it says MD 1.16. Okay, that one they did miss. And it is marked in red. The computer did pick it up. We got another little teeny tiny one right there at 3:49 marked in red. That one would have been at 9:49 p.m. Let me go back to the spectrogram. Again, this one here is volcanic tremors. Okay, you can see it's got a little bit rounded tops. and it comes in as a 0.95. Like I said, it was a tiny, tiny thing. What else do we got? This one's probably Stanley, Idaho. Right there at 534 Universal. They're saying that's in Lima, Montana. Right there. 1.7 miles in depth. That's shallow. But I get a magnitude 2.02. We'll go back to the seismic signature. Yeah, again, volcanic tremors. All right, let's go back to the map. All right, go into Google Earth. Let me bring this out so you can see the location and the different fault lines I got. Yeah, we got, what is that, Beaver Head Fault over there. Oh, that's part of the Trans-Challis Fault Zone. Okay. Over here is the Beaver Head Fault. Okay. Yeah, I was right. Being close to Stanley, Idaho. Yeah, they got Montana listed. That threw me off. Yeah, I wanted to see who these latest earthquakes were calculated by, and it's by the Montana Bureau of Mines and Geology. Yeah, they used to be really good about reporting earthquakes, but that was years ago, years and years ago, and they've done a lot of changes in staff and things like that. So going back to the monitor, yeah, we got a lot that are teeny tiny. There's one there. We'll go to the spectrogram. And there's another small one there. We'll go to its seismic signature. That was a quick little pop, wasn't it? And then another one. Oh, that's a short, but it's slow moving tremor. And yeah, we got some more there. Maybe it's going small on me. Let's see. So I'll go back to that one. There you go. And another small one here. 1505. See, they haven't reported anything between 533 until 1916. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, 1505. Let's go to the spectrogram. That's a little tiny thing. Let's see, that comes in as a 0.95. Alright, did I do this one already? I don't know. Okay, 1609. Yeah, they got 1611, a 2.7. That one, I know they did right. I did do that one. And I think I did that one too. At 1643. They're just off on the time. But it might have come in later, a few minutes later, there at Maple Creek. Alright, so I want to finish up with Denny Creek because that's the one that has been showing, yeah, the magma intrusion, the tornadoes, earthquake waves that I've been talking about. See that? Yeah, lots of tornadoes. Another report that I did, I don't know if you guys watched it or not, for the volcano that's off the coast of Washington, the undersea volcano. They found that there was an increase in earthquakes when the tides were low, you know, with the moon. The moon affects the earth. Yeah, it makes you wonder what's going to happen when we have the eclipse. Many cities that are along the area where they're going to have the eclipse are on high alert, telling people to stock up. But I think they're doing that because they worry about a terrorist attack. But with the sun and the moon being on the same side, we might have some earthquakes. And, yeah, be something to keep an eye on. Look at all this activity. We got 1, 2, 3 definite thick lines of melt. Another report that I was reading about the volcanoes there in New Zealand. Their volcanic eruptions often started with basalt before they had the rhyolite eruptions. The basalt was like the precursor to the eruptions, and it would start out as a dike intrusion, which I've talked about here at Yellowstone, having a dike intrusion somewhere down by probably Moose Creek, Idaho, all the way up to the Madison River area. And this is what it was showing when I pulled the files. Look how thick that is. The science of geology is about 50 years behind compared to other sciences. So they learn from other volcanoes to teach them maybe what's happening at different volcanoes around the world. Anyways, yeah, this is still ongoing. This started, for those of you that have been following me, back in August. And this is why I say that probably within 19 months, they might have a large earthquake or even a volcanic eruption there at Yellowstone. I don't know. All right, going to Google Earth. Here is the location. Here's Hedgen Lake up over here. This is that earthquake monitor right there. This is the area when it had its last major eruption. It started up over here and did an unzipping, like a zipper. Probably dike intrusions. Doing a counterclockwise rotation until it got down here by Heart Lake. And that's when the two resurgent domes collapse at the same time. Yeah, so that is where it's showing all that activity. Down over here, where it says West Yellowstone, when I did have the monitor working, yeah, it was showing, yeah, dike intrusion trying to come up. So, and that's not far from this monitor right here. So this activity, which started about 6 months ago, look at that, wow. Yeah, is still ongoing. Yeah, and this is all new signatures. Look at that. Let's go to the spectrogram. Yeah. Yeah. Let me extract part of that. Yeah, see, that's all harmonic tremors, volcanic tremors. Can you see that? Torlinos. Or screw wave. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be screwed if it erupts again with a major eruption, won't we? A person who bought some old missile silos there in the state of Kansas. The first one, and I've talked about this before, is completely sold out. It's $1.5 million for one share of one of the rooms or whatever there. But what was interesting, he used to be a defense contractor for the United States government, and he got into building these expensive bunkers for the wealthy. The one bunker, evidently, they put in air filters for scrubbing ash from a volcanic eruption. He's building another one, evidently. I don't know if that one's going to have filtration system for volcanic ash, but it's kind of interesting that makes you wonder, what does he know or thinks he knows to put in scrubbers for volcanic ash there in Kansas. Canadian Prepper had a 2-part series with a professor who did research about bunkers, and he was the one that was talking about these bunkers in Kansas. You might want to jump over to Canadian Prepper and look at that video. But anyways, yeah, I rattle. What are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, be safe, be prepared, and I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.